Hello, my name is Jack Weis, and I'm a communications and multimedia journalism major. For my senior project, we were tasked with finding a communication theory that affected students and doing research on it, and I chose communication and how it was affected in COVID during in classrooms. And so, basically COVID-19 pandemic affected everyone, whether that was work life and school life. It forced schools, elementary schools, high schools, middle schools, and colleges to go to remote learning, and this greatly impacted the communication. More importantly, it affected the communication between teachers, students, and the students and their peers. And so going into this research, I was greatly affected by it, so I thought it would be a good thing to look into and do research on it. And so my research questions were, does communication affect the performance of students taking in-person and online classes? Like, what were the differences between those? Was the communication effective in the classroom during the pandemic? And also, were there tools to help the students learn better during the pandemic, whether that was Zoom, Blackboard, or other tools like emails and stuff? And so my hypothesis was COVID-19 pandemic negatively affected the students' ability to communicate effectively with their teachers and peers. And so I had two research models. One was content analysis. So I basically had collected a sample of press releases, articles, and just stories about the COVID-19 pandemic and the communication on COVID-19. And it was just basically focused on the hybrid learning, and also just giving me statistics on if teachers adapted well, what communication they went through, was it good for them, and so on. And then I did a survey. So I asked people that were of the age of 18 now to complete a survey on the COVID-19 pandemic and the communication. And I had 31 applicants. My goal was to hit 30, and I got one more than that. And my results were kind of iffy. They were neutral. So it was hard for me to, because I asked the question of, was communication in the classroom effective during the COVID-19 pandemic? Well, I had 7 people agree with that. They had the answers of 4 and 5, and then I had 1 person disagree, 4 people disagree with it, 8 people kind of disagree with it, and then I had 12 neutral, which was 3. And most of my results that I got from the Likert scale were neutral. It kind of made it harder for me to understand, but also it helped me understand that, that it wasn't effective. Some areas were effective and some weren't. So it was negatively affected, and some actually were positively affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, whether that was hybrid learning or Zoom learning. Like, some students liked learning on Zoom and some other students didn't. And then also some people thought that the communication between their students, which is communication immediacy, where that is like the quick response from your teachers, that affected them also as well. Like, if they needed help, instead of asking them in person and asking a follow-up question to their the answer the teacher gives, they had to then write another email and then wait whether that was 2 hours, 12 hours, or even a couple days, even weeks, to get their answer. And so with my results, my conclusion was that my hypothesis was neither correct or incorrect, just because everything was neutral. And then basically what I learned from it is that some teachers did adapt well and some teachers didn't, and same with the students. They did adapt well and they didn't adapt well. But it just shows that this can be as a learning experience for future crises, whether that's a pandemic or just a natural disaster, whether teachers can quickly flip onto remote learning and be like, they've already done it before, so it makes it easier for them to do that in the future. So, and also this helps show that there needs to be more research done for the communication to help better communicate for the future, like I said, if there is another natural disaster or tragic event.